Right, up next in the Dynasty Combat Sports amateur class is the 170-pound title fight between Jesse Free of Sioux City, Corey Davis of Omaha. You know, I always slip up and say disorderly conduct because Dynasty Combat was disorderly conduct for so many years with the clothing line and the management team and the disorderly conduct music, which is still around Omaha. Mm-hmm. It's just old habit. Disorderly conduct just rolls off the tongue.
Oh, we're still here.
If you hear me say disorderly conduct instead of Dynasty Combat Sports, don't be mad at me. I just, it's old school. And I'm old school. I started training
You're definitely
MMA
old.
in the mid-90s. Yes, I am definitely old. There's no doubt about it. I wear these MMA scars.
Jesse Free has a tough fight tonight. I don't know much about him. I've never seen him fight before. But obviously he belongs to be here because he's here fighting for the title. So, I mean,
yeah, obviously, you know.
Corey Davis is as tough as they come. I'm not really sure what Corey Davis has left to prove as an amateur anymore, but you know, and that's a crazy thing to say at only 5-0.
Right.
Corey Davis is one of the best amateurs that I've had the pleasure to watch fight. I've trained with him before. He's got awesome hair. He has awesome hair.
He has awesome hair.
He has awesome hair. This is his second title defense outside of him having awesome hair. He's been completely dominant.
Anthony Smith's bullet points for Corey Davis are awesome hair.
Awesome hair.
Right. Awesome hair.
Awesome hair.
I mean,
we can't forget about Tower Robinson's awesome mustache.
We cannot forget about Tower Weaver's awesome America mustaches. Corey Davis coming out to the cage, as Anthony said, he has awesome hair.
He does. Look at it. Look at it.
That's awesome. That's the Macklemore cut, I think, is what they call it.
It is. But outside of his awesome hair.
Hair.
He's extremely talented. He's a great wrestler. He's got power in his hands. He's technical. He's got a good team behind him. I really don't know what, unless he's going to be exposed here in just a second, in this fight. I'm not really sure what more Corey Davis has to prove as an amateur.
Well, and Corey Davis is another one of these guys that brings in one of those, physiques. He's a physical specimen. Just by looking at him, he's going to be strong. He's probably going to have power. And at 5-0, obviously, he's got talent. He's training and fighting at a premier combat centers. He's got skills. He's got the guys behind him. He's got multiple-time UFC vet Ryan Jensen in his corner, coaching him every day. So this kid's not going to be a slouch by any means.
Not at all. Not at all. And he works hard. He puts all his trust into his training, and he shuts his brain off and he gets out there. I've heard him say that numerous times. That, and for those of you out there that probably don't know Corey Davis very well, he's one of the nicest guys you'll ever talk to. He's real soft spoken. He doesn't trash talk. He's really hard to interview because he's so soft spoken and just keeps to himself that he'd rather not answer the questions.
Guys like that you can respect and appreciate. Like I said, we don't know a whole lot about Jesse Free. 4-2 record, so he has experience. He obviously, the matchmaker, thought he belonged in here, or he wouldn't be fighting against Corey Davis in this title fight. Jesse Free out of Sioux City, Iowa, in the blue shorts. And Corey Davis out of Omaha, Nebraska, in the black shorts trimmed in yellow.
And we're off.
Here we go, round one. 170-pound amateur title fight.
Good head movement by Corey Davis. Glass double by Corey Davis.
You just explode right through somebody. That guillotine's going to be tight, real tight. He needs to defend that and not just. He needs to defend hard because that's too much strength. He's got to start. He's got to start getting on wrist. Get up there and get wrist position. Start peeling that off. The guillotine choke is also just like the rear naked choke in a lot of fights. You don't see a lot of guys finishing it. You do at the amateur level, but in the higher ranks, you don't see that as a high finishing move. But
that is tight.
Jesse needs to defend it because he's just getting controlled with it. At this point, Corey's just using it to control him.
Good job on Jesse Free on staying safe and keeping out of that guillotine choke. That was tight.
He's not panicked. I mean, after getting blasted through on a double leg like that.
Jesse Free gets his guard back.
Get the head, control the head, Jesse. There you go, get the head, control it. There you go. There you go. Push up.
At this point, what does Jesse need to be doing from the bottom when you have a guy with this much power on top of you? What does Jesse need to be working on?
He needs to control Corey Davis's posture. He needs to control his posture. He needs to keep his head down when a fighter is in your guard and they got their head down like that. It's Corey Davis takes his back.
Oh, that's tight. That's locked anymore. In. That's a finishing move right there. That's just he has it.
That is so.
Hey, it has to be over. I mean, I'm losing the angle from here, but he's transitioned to a modified handset there to try to.
We get the tap.
Yeah, once you get that hand pass and up on your other hand or on your bicep, that's tough to stop. There you have Corey Davis, 170-pound Dynasty Combat amateur champ, winner by rear naked choke.
Corey Davis will change his title for the second time. I think it's about time this kid turns professional.
I was going to say, it's a second title defense. You walk through that guy pretty easy. He's probably thinking he's time to go pro.
I think so. I think that he's ready. There's some guys you can see that are 15-0 and aren't even close.
Right.
This kid right here is 6-0. He's been ready for a while.
Absolutely would agree. And that is the thing I've noticed with a lot of amateur MMA. I speak mostly on Nebraska, Colorado, Iowa because that's the area I'm in. But I see a lot of guys wanting to go pro too soon. If you're giving somebody advice that's an amateur fighter that's watching, what are you going to tell them?
Just wait until you're ready. Just wait until you're ready. It could be 5 fights like Corey Davis, or it could be 20. I didn't go pro. I had 24 fights before I went pro. It took me longer to get ready. But you got guys like Corey coming up. It only takes 5. It takes 5 or 20 as long as you're ready when you go. It's all that matters. So don't rush it.